welcome to Wise Guys TV. We're taking a bit of a drive in the Civic. We picked this up about a couple of weeks ago. It was looking a bit rough. Obviously, the paint and the panels, a little bit dodgy. The engine wasn't running too well. Lots of clanging, lots of noises, metallic noises.
Shitload of rattles.
A shitload of rattles, yeah. Heaps of rattles.
It was very much a garage job. The kid we bought it off kind of did the whole conversion and tried to respray a bunch of panels in his garage, and it didn't work.
I think each panel is a different shade of red by this point. Yeah, he gave it his best shot, but yeah, not the best. Good contender for a wrap job, I think. This kid brought the Civic to the shop, the barber shop in Glenhaven, and we were both sort of staring there, looking at it, and trying to figure out what it is. And I was like, maybe it's something like, because it's a B18 swap, I thought it was supposed to be like B18 me, or
yeah, something we couldn't figure out what it was.
We couldn't figure out for the life of us what it actually was. So we had to ask him. We're like, what do the plates mean? And he was just he looked so proud. He was like, oh, you like the plates? And we're like, oh, what does it actually say? And obviously he's like, blow me. And then we're like, oh my God, super cringy. And we really want to get them off as soon as we can.
Yeah, fucking blow me.
So yeah, Daniel's been driving this around for a month or so.
My wife won't get it.
You can't drive it past primary schools either. So how did we actually find this car?
It came up on, was it Oz Honda or like Facebook Marketplace?
Yeah.
And then we've been looking for a Civic for a while, and this one actually already had a B18 in it. We did strike out though, because we bought it thinking it was VTEC, and it is one of the few B18 motors that does not have VTEC.
Kind of lucked out there, but it's still quick. It's very, very zippy. Obviously does what Civics do best. They handle really well, and with the upgraded motor, even though it is not VTEC, it's still real zippy, and it'll be real fun on the track. Yeah, there wasn't anything kind of too major with the engine, which was lucky. It was just a couple of loose bolts, that was causing it to make some sinister noises, but nothing major like gaskets or nothing crazy that we needed to change.
There was we had to fix the sump gasket. It was leaking out of the sump gasket.
Oh, was it leaking?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that was basically the only kind of thing that had to be done. Other than that, it was just tightening a bunch of bolts.
Yeah, true. So the other thing as well was a cracked windscreen, which soon got replaced after that. Other than that, it was running fairly well. The AC actually works. No other major leaks or problems with it. So
it's running really hot actually. Like when you park up and kind of have a look under the hood, it's really radiating a lot of heat. Even in here, you can kind of feel it coming through a little bit.
Yeah, so I suppose that would be another, especially if we're going to be tracking the car, we need to look at cooling. So that'd be another mod to look into. So I guess sort of like a couple of options, like your standard sort of pod filter or cold air intake or something like that.
I think on Hondas they call them whale penis.
The whale penis? It needs a whale penis, yeah.
Don't we all?
I'll let you Google that one.
The next stage for it is probably we bought the base model, which again we didn't realise, but it came with drum brakes on the rear. So that's probably the first thing we're going to do is get rid of those and put the disc conversion on, which is pretty easy to find. There's parts everywhere, which is good. It's a whole Honda thing.
It's probably got a stock ECU in it.
Stock ECU.
They do the Hondata.
Yeah, he actually had one that I didn't buy off him, but I regret that. It's got a short shifter in it. I don't know what brand it is. It's super nice and notchy. That's a cool thing.
Yeah,
it's got like a Type R shift knob.
Type R shift knob.
Other than that, I don't know what else he's really done to an exhaust, the engine swap.
Yeah.
Other than that, this seat's pretty kind of squishy, so I'm gonna have to chuck a bucket seat in and some rails. It's got a Type R, I think DC. It's got a Tegra Type R steering wheel, I think. It's a bit too chunky, so we might chuck a steering wheel in it. But then we'll go probably do a lap with Lutnam or Wakefield.
Yeah. It'd be good to see what it does straight out of the box in terms of a lap time. and then when we start bolting on some more, say, performance mods, see what kind of difference they make, and if it would be see if it's worth the money and effort, and what you get out of it, what we get the most out of.
Brakes the seat, would be next stiffening it up a little bit, like some sway bars?
Yeah, maybe some sway bars, stiffening it up.
It's got coilovers in it. We'll have to have a look, I'm not sure.
Yeah, what would be the next thing? I suppose...
I guess a VTEC head.
Yeah.
I don't know how much they're going. Parts are getting ridiculously expensive, but...
Yeah. I suppose the Honda community is very, very strong, and there's so many people out there modding these cars. We might just have to do a deep dive on the forums and see what the most sort of cost-effective and cheapest bolt-on parts that'll give us a bit of performance. The biggest maybe bang for your buck in terms of lap time and stuff. Tyres would be a good place to start.
That's probably the first thing we're going to do, right? We'll probably get tyres before we go do a lap, right?
I think so. So what's on it at the they they're not semi-slicks, but they're
the backs are semi-slicks, which I don't know why.
Why are they on the back?
I don't know. He must have had them all round, and then they must have been dead, so he took them off the front.
Okay.
But yeah, that's a good point. Matt Hopko said to do bigger front brakes. So apparently, I'm going to get this wrong, but you can get rotors from a Mini, and then you get the rest of the setup from a CRV,
the little compact.
So he reckons, not including labour parts, like under $1,000, you can get a pretty decent big brake front setup
From a Mini?
From a Mini, the rotors or something.
Okay.
I'll have to ask him again. I'm sure we'll be able to find it online somewhere.
Yeah. Because what actual wheels are on at the moment? Do you know?
I'm probably going to get this wrong, but Buddy Club P1s, I think, which are apparently pretty good wheels. They're pretty lightweight. I've seen them come up for sale in some of the Honda pages, and people seem to like them. I don't know anything about them.
Are they 15s or 16s?
I think they're 15s. We'll have to have a look. I haven't been through the car properly, really.
So getting the handling all sorted before throwing more power at it, and obviously it'd be safer for the engine before you start throwing maybe a VTEC head on or
that's
turbo or something.
The kid that we bought it off was supposedly building it for a turbo.
Okay, right.
So I think he did some internals to the motor. I'd have to reread the ad, but he basically got the internals ready for a turbo that didn't put a turbo on.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what I have to go through and see what he actually did though.
Did he give you a folder? Was that kid?
He did. I don't know where I put the folder.
Okay. So we'll look through his old receipts and see what he had done. That'd be awesome, because then, a little bit of a load off your mind, knowing that it can take a beating on the track, especially without a turbo. So it still feels real quick.
It does, yeah. I think because it's so tight and zippy and low to the ground, it makes a lot of noise. So it
does feel like you're going fast. But I guess that's where we'll start. Sort of phase one, we will document will be the rear disc conversion and installing some rails and a bucket seat. I think that'd be a good place to start.
Yep.
Maybe some tyres. We'll see how bad these ones are, and then hopefully I'll take it to Luddenham or maybe Wakefield. Depends. See what track days are coming up. Set a baseline time and go from there, and just
what gets us the most time and
bolt some stuff on. And
what we think's worth doing and what's not worth doing.
Yeah. We might spend a bunch of money on some mod and it'll make it slower or something.
Depends who's driving.
Yeah, that's true. We'll throw Nick in. It will really beat the time. Yeah, true. And then I'd be like, I suppose,
Corona! Woo! Oh fuck!
Holy shit!
Might be the short shift